Learning objectives. After completing this module, learners will be able to understand the term democracy, observe and understand the process of expansion of democracy across the globe, explain in detail the causes that led to the rise of democracy in the last few decades, understand and explain the role of UN as a world government in many respects, compare the various methods applied to establish democracy in non-democratic countries, understand how democracy is being promoted in the world. Understanding democracy. In the contemporary world, many countries have struggled to establish a democratic rule. Chile and Poland are examples. In Chile, a democratic government was overthrown by a military coup in 1973, but democracy was restored in 1988. In Poland, a non-democratic political party gave way to a democratic government. The changing map of democracy. In Map 1, countries in red had become democracies before 1900. Those in yellow became democracies between 1950 to 1970. In Map 2, depicting 1975, there is an increase in democratic governments. By this time, many countries had attained freedom from colonialism, which gave birth to new nations. Most of these nations opted for a democratic form of government. Map 3 shows that by 2000, most of the countries in the world had democratic governments. Disintegration of the Soviet Union and collapse of many communist regimes in Eastern Europe and some other parts of the world accelerated the pace of democratization in the world. Yet China, many Central Asian countries, and a major part of Africa are yet to embrace democracy. Phases in the expansion of democracy. The beginning. Though the French Revolution of 1789 failed to establish a secure and stable democracy in France, it inspired many struggles for democracy all over Europe. The process of democratization had begun in Britain long before the French Revolution. In the 18th and the 19th centuries, the monarchy and feudal lords were gradually losing power. More and more people were getting the right to vote. The British colonies in North America declared independence in 1776, and together they formed the United States of America. They adopted a democratic constitution in 1787, but the right to vote was limited to very few men. The USA is the oldest democracy in the world. In the 19th century, one major demand was the right to vote for every adult citizen. This is called universal adult franchise or universal suffrage. Early democracies were established in Europe, North America and Latin America. End of colonialism. Immediately after the end of World War II, a number of colonies, including India, gained independence to become democratic nations. While India is going strong with its democratic governance, democracy was toppled in most of the new nations by a military coup. Ghana, a British colony, became independent in 1957. Its democratic government was overthrown by the military in 1966. In 1999, General Musharraf reinstated military rule in Pakistan. In 2005, the new king of Nepal withdrew all political freedom granted to its people. Recent phase. Democracy spread fast in 1980 when several Latin American countries opted for it. The disintegration of the Soviet Union strengthened the process. Soviet Union had a number of communist countries under its control. In 1989-1990, these regimes declared independence and chose to become democracies. In 1991, Soviet Union collapsed completely when the 15th Constituent Republics of Soviet Union declared independence. The end of Soviet control on East Europe and the disintegration of the Soviet Union changed the face of the world map. Around this time, democracies were also being established in our neighborhood. In 1990, army rule was replaced by democracy in Pakistan and Bangladesh. By 2005, almost 140 countries had become democracies. Unfortunately, democratic government in Pakistan didn't continue for long. General Musharraf re-established military rule in Pakistan in 1999. Similarly, Burma, now Myanmar, gained freedom from colonial rule in 1948. It established a democratic government which was overthrown by the military in 1962. After a span of 30 years, elections were held in 1990. Aung San Suu Kyi, leader of the National League for Democracy, won the elections, but military powers refused to accept the election results and jailed most of the elected leaders. The people of Myanmar are still struggling to get their democratic rights. The struggle for democracy continues in many other countries too. Democracy promotion. The idea of promoting democracy is welcome, but the use of military power to establish democracy cannot be justified. The United States of America strongly advocates democracy and argues that the existing democracies should directly intervene in non-democratic nations to establish democracy. Iraq, a West Asian country, is an example. Iraq was freed of British rule in 1932. Many years later, a military coup led by Saddam Hussein, leader of the Arab Socialist Ba'ath Party, brought the party to power in 1968. Saddam Hussein became the president of Iraq in 1979. He ran a dictatorial government, intolerant of dissent or opposition to his rule. It is believed that he got a number of his political opponents killed. Surprisingly, he did grant women the right to vote. The US and Britain suspected Iraq of possessing secret nuclear weapons and other weapons of mass destruction. Even though nothing could be proved in a search by a UN team, the US and its allies attacked Iraq and removed Saddam Hussein from power in 2003. Kofi Annan, the UN General Secretary, called the war illegal as it was not authorized by the UN. It is important to end dictatorial rule, but military invasion is not the right approach towards promotion of democracy. Democracy at a global level. There is no single government to rule the world collectively. Yet, United Nations and some other organizations partially act like a world government. The UN has evolved conventions to promote cooperation in international law, security, economic development, and social equity. The UN Secretary-General is its chief administrative officer. The UN is responsible for maintaining world peace and taking action against countries threatening world peace. The International Monetary Fund, or IMF, and the World Bank are institutions lending loan to governments when required. These organizations came into existence at the initiative of some powerful nations. The power equation in these organizations is directly related to the funds contributed. USA, being the largest contributor of funds to the UN, enjoys maximum power. The world bodies do not act democratic always. Even though the General Assembly meets annually and discusses various controversial issues, it cannot interfere in a conflict between two countries. Similarly, in the Security Council, the 5 permanent members have veto power. If any of the parliament members exercises the veto power, the remaining 10 members cannot influence the decision. In the IMF, more than 52% voting power vests in 10 countries: US, Japan, Germany, France, UK, China, Italy, Saudi Arabia, Canada, and Russia. The highest contributors of money to the UN. As a practice, the president of World Bank has mostly been a US citizen. In the light of these observations, the World Organization is not absolutely democratic. Summary. Let us summarize what we have learned. Democracy is a government of the people, for the people, and by the people of a country. Since 1900, there has been a steady rise in the number of countries adopting democratic governance. The French Revolution of 1789 failed to establish a secure and stable democracy in France, but it inspired many struggles for democracy all over Europe. The USA is the oldest democracy in the world. Immediately after the end of World War II, a number of colonies, including India, gained independence to become democratic nations. The disintegration of the Soviet Union strengthened the process of democratization. Unfortunately, democracy was toppled in most of the new nations by a military coup. United Nations and some other organizations partially act like a world government. The world bodies do not act democratic always. The